you about a little project that I worked on in the winter time so that I could have backup energy for when the power goes out in this area. And the power goes out in this area quite often. And we happen to live in a tin can in the parkland. And if the furnace goes out, the power goes out and the blower on the furnace won't run because it needs electricity, then this could easily run out of heat energy and could freeze up. So I wanted to make sure that I had ability to have backup power. I mean, I could use a gas generator, and we did in the past, use a gas generator, haul it out. Usually it's at 40 below, haul it out onto the deck, try to get it started, run a cord into the house through a door or something, plug in the furnace, and then try to survive the outage. But rather than have to deal with all that, I thought I could get a solar generator. The solar generator is just a big battery pack that has an inverter. And so then you could have the solar generator in the house, plug in whatever you need to plug in and survive the outage. But of course, the solar generator is also designed to collect solar energy using solar panels. So instead of plugging in the solar generator to AC power and charging the battery, why not charge with solar? That's what I've done here. And you can see that there's a set of solar panels in the background. We'll take a look at those. So these solar panels are each 440 watts. There's 4 of them, so 440 times 4, so over 1700 watts that they could potentially collect. And these solar panels are actually relatively inexpensive. They're under $200 each now, and they're actually bifacial solar panels, which means that they can collect solar energy from the front and from the back of the panel. And that's really handy, especially in winter and on ground mounts like this, where there's a whole bunch of reflectivity from the back from the snow. This really supercharges these panels and gives me maximum solar gain. And when I measure these on the generator, like in this kind of light right now, we're getting about 1700 watts put into the house and stored in the solar battery. So it doesn't take long to charge up the solar battery. And the other thing is we can charge up the solar battery in a very short time. So then why not have it so that we can also use solar panel to run certain things in the trailer, so that we're not only charging the battery for emergency backup, but we're actually running systems, important systems in the trailer on solar. So we're actually doing that. We're running the majority of our trailer on solar, and our energy bills have just plummeted. So a lot of people have kind of said that you can't really run major systems like water pumps and furnace and freezers and fridges and lights and all that kind of stuff with just this amount of solar panels, but we have, and it works out really well. People that are against solar for whatever reason have like, well, you know, then you got the problem. Solar panels will collect snow in the winter and you won't be able to get any solar gain. Well, fortunately, these aren't on a roof. They're just like a car windshield. If there's snow on here, I just rub it off and then it works really well. And the other nice thing is, because they're bifacial panels, that even on really overcast days, because we're getting light from the front and reflective light from the back, they work surprisingly well. So the other anti-solar kind of rant is that, oh, it only works when it's sunny. It works really well even when it's overcast, and we gain really good energy, enough to run the systems that we need to run and still charge the solar generator. We should go inside and take a look at the system. Okay, so here we're inside the office, and this is where we've put the solar generator, and the wires from the solar panels come from the outside, come through the wall, and then hook into the solar generator. And I'll show you how that works here. Here we've got the solar generator. There's all sorts of generators you could buy. This is an Anker generator. Generator has 3,800 watts that it can store, and you can get extra battery packs that stack on top and store more power. So we'll probably do that. So we have, if the power goes out and it lasts for 2 or 3 days, we'll have enough storage. That here's our regular circuit board for the trailer, and they're all labeled, of course. And then what we have is this thing, a transfer switch, which essentially then are all the things that the generator can run. You can see there's a cord here that comes from the generator and goes into the circuit transfer switch. So then these are all labeled, what the kinds of things that we can run. So we have all the essential stuff. We've got the water well, which is 220, furnace, fridge, water heater, living room and kitchen, all of our freezers in the porch. With just a flip of a switch, you can see all these things during the day run on the generator, so we're running on solar panel. And then if I just want to run on the grid, I just flip these switches to line. So let's see what we're getting right here now. So you can see that I ran this all night, and when we woke up it was only at 38% power, and we've been running all of our systems all day. It's basically noon now. We've been running our systems for half the day, and we're already charged to 94%, and it says that we're getting 927 watts in and 31 watts out. When the furnace kicks in, it's surprising that it spikes at about 600 watts, and then the blower fan runs at about 200 to 250 watts. The water well spikes again about 600 watts, and then it runs at again 200 to 300 watts. The water heater doesn't use much. Freezers don't use much. So we've had power outages, and on 3,800 watts of power, we can last a full day. So yeah, we'll just get another battery because we're producing more energy than we can use. If we had another battery, then we could run a lot longer, and we probably would never even put the transfer switch to line because we just permanently run off the generator battery. So a lot of people said that we wouldn't be able to run much with this system, but we're producing more energy than we can burn. That's a tough problem to have. It isn't tied to the grid. It doesn't go back and feed the grid or anything like that. We can turn it off and on. Solar power whenever we want. We can use grid power whenever we want. But our power bill has gone down by 3/4. So where it used to be, the power used used to be about $100 a month. Now our last bill was $24. If we got an extra battery and essentially never turned on the grid, then we could basically have almost free energy. So it was really nice when power went out, and then all of our lights were on, everything was running. Whole neighborhood was dark, but we were up and running and didn't have to worry about it. Didn't have to go outside, set up a gas generator, didn't have to run cords, had no problems at all. Anyway, it's working for us. Maybe something like this would work for you in your home. You just pick the systems that you want to run on emergency power, and then you're good to go, as we say.